Was good, y'all? Rich Sosa back in the building with another banger, man. Now, first things first, before we go ahead and get started today, I just want to say thank you, God, for giving us another day and opportunity. Thank y'all, the Rich family, for continuously showing up and showing your support. Go ahead and let me know right now, what do y'all think about everything you have heard of 2K23? But man, y'all already know what y'all need to do. Be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. Now turn on post notifications to be a part of the Rich family. And let's go ahead and reach 50 likes on today's video. So as y'all can see from the looks of the title and the screen, I'm going to be bringing y'all the most rare point center build. But the thing about it is we are actually going to also be able to create a pure glass cleaner as well as a playmaking 5 out of the same exact build and measurements. So let's go ahead and get started by picking the correct pie chart. And if you thought so, we're going to go ahead and pick the one that is a full playmaking pie chart out of the center position. Now, this build is going to be able to get Hall of Fame playmaking badges as well as speed boost and break ankles. Now, on top of all that, we are also going to be able to get playmaking takeover, post scoring, rim protecting, as well as glass cleaning. Now, for the physical profile, you have multiple options to pick from. This should all be based off your own preference, but for my liking, I'm going to go ahead and let y'all know right now. If you want to get at least a 90 plus speed, pick the very first physical profile. Now let's go ahead and get into the actual breakdown of the finishing when it comes to this build. So everything that we're going to go ahead and talk about today is going to be very essential to make it exactly to get the build name out to be a point center, but also with all the animations equipped being park dunks, also able to get some of the best dribble animations. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and move it to the defensive end right now. And as you can see, I am pretty much maxing out my defensive rebound, offensive rebound, as well as my block. Then when it comes down to the perimeter defense and lateral quickness, go with a 49 for the both of these and a 71 interior defense for a total of 11 defensive badges. Now for this build, yes, we get a good amount of badge count for the defensive area, but since we are about to be in Season 9 tomorrow, really consider if they add on an extra badge point. You're going to be able to get at least anywhere from 8 to 9 extra badges from each season that has dropped this year. Now for the playmaking, this is where things are actually going to be very specific. So I did go with a post control of a 94, 43 for the ball control, then I did go with a pass accuracy of 72 for a total of 28 playmaking badges. So if you make this build to where you get 29 or 30 playmaking badges, that's going to make it to be out a playmaking 5 build. Now for the wingspan, that's what you're going to have to change in order to get the glass cleaner build. But if you want the point center, you need to go ahead and continue to follow along with me, and we're going to be able to do just that in a moment. But as you can see with the shooting, I did max out my three-pointer as well as the mid-range, max out that free throw, then go with anywhere from a 66 to a 70 post fade. And right there, we're going to be able to get 12 shooting badges, throw the rest into the driving dunk, so that way we're able to get the park dunks, and then the rest of the attributes can be left over for our driving layup. Now for the body shape, this is all based off your own preference and play style. For my liking, I'm going to go ahead and let y'all know right now, I want to be able to take up the most space for defensive purposes, so I would really consider going with Burley. Now from here, you have the height. I'm going to be going with something shorter than 7 feet. That's going to be 6'9". And as you can see, we did get a huge boost put towards our physicals. Then when it comes down to the main attributes, we also get a good amount of boost put towards this area as well. Now for the weight, you can go with the lowest, and if you want to raise it, that's going to affect your vertical. I'm not sure how anybody feels about that, but for my liking, I'm going to go ahead and lower it to the minimum weight, so that way it does not affect any of my physicals, and I still am able to get at least a 90 speed. Now for the wingspan, if you want to, go ahead and max it out to get a glass cleaner build name, but if you want to get the point center build, what you need to do is make the wingspan to 88.0 and you're going to be perfectly set to go. But again, if you want to go ahead and max out that wingspan for the best possible stats, go ahead and do so. And as you can see, the takeovers for the point center are going to be the playmaking, post scoring, glass cleaning with the rim protecting. So all of these, when activated, will give us a plus 10 put towards that area of the build. Now, if you max out the height and the weight, that's going to completely change what you're going to be able to do on this build, which is why I am letting y'all know along the way what you need to do in order to maintain the build name of a point center. Now right here, we did get the glass cleaner build. Let's go ahead and check it out when we get the point center. And for the takeovers, just to be able to speed boost and break ankles, I'm going to go with the playmaking take. And as y'all can see, the best and most rare, versatile Season 9 point center build. Now, we really need to take into consideration, if you hit 99 overall on this build, or already have, you're getting a plus 4 put towards your attributes, and if you buy your own boost, that's another plus 4 running with teammates that do have on floor general as well as defensive leader. That's another plus 4. So without our takeover, all this being taken into consideration gives us a plus 12. Now, we did pick that playmaking takeover. Go ahead and add on an extra 10, and right there, we get a plus 22 put towards our playmaking. So yes, we're able to speed boost, break ankles, and even get a 99 post control. If you did decide to go with the glass cleaning or rim protecting takeover, you'll be able to get a 99 defensive rebound on this build as well. Now with the badge count, remember, tomorrow Season 9 is coming out, which means we do have the potential to get one more extra badge on this build. But with all other 8 seasons being added in, we can get anywhere from 52 to 61 badges on this build. Now, let's go ahead and get into the actual breakdown of the badges, and let's see which ones that you should be running for the setup of this build. Now, for my liking, yes, we do get park dunks because we do have at least a 70 driving dunk, but I'm going to be going with Fearless Finisher. I love this badge. Really works well, especially when attacking the rim, and this is honestly one slept on badge that I truly believe that in 2K23 is going to get a lot more attention. Now let's go ahead and get into the playmaking badges, being the fact that we do also get Hall of Fame. Now as for the badges that I'm going to be running, I'm going to go with Hall of Fame handles for days, tight handles, so that way I'm able to break ankles. Then you cannot forget about quick first step. Now, the main 4 badges that I'm going to run will include Hyperdrive. Now the rest of the way, you can definitely spread the wealth at this point of the build, but if you wanted to, one second consideration that I would go with is going to be Silver Unpluckable as well as Bullet Passer, and this is a perfect setup to go with, especially if you're looking to run 5s or even 3s. Now, if you want to, you can definitely change the tier of the badge that we put on for Unpluckable. One different thing that I would change would be going with Bronze for Unpluckable and Gold Bullet Passer, just to be more on the safer route. Now, for the next 4 badges, I'm going to go ahead and say I want to pick another Hall of Fame one. For me, that's going to be Triple Threat Juke. Now, we have one final Hall of Fame badge that we can go with. You can go with Floor General, Space Creator, or even Downhill. All of these are going to be some good options to pick from, but let's go ahead and get into the defensive badges. So we get 11 badges out of this area, and remember, since we are in Season 9, if you grind out each season, you do have the potential to get 20 defensive badges on this build, but I'm going to go with Gold Intimidator as well as Chased on Artist. You cannot forget about Rim Protector, and one thing that I'm really seeing right now, yes, I want to go ahead and put on Gold Rebound Chaser, but if you want to go with 4 silver badges, just so that way you're able to throw on clamps, then you get 1 gold, and you can put this on any area or any badge that you want to go with. For my liking, I'm going to go with Bronze Chased on Artist possibly, then Gold Rebound Chaser as well as Rim Protector. Now let's go ahead and wrap everything up with the shooting badges. So starting out, there's going to be 2 main badges that everybody needs to equip on the highest tier. For me, that's going to be Hot Zone Hunter. Second, it's going to be Sniper. Now, they did remove Sniper in 2K23. Let me know down below your opinions on that. But as for the final 6 badges that you're going to want to use on this build, I'm going to spread the wealth going with Bronze Green Machine, then Silver Deadeye. Now, if you want to, I'm going to be going with Bronze Corner Specialist as well as Silver Blinders. And this is the setup that I would be running. But do consider the extra 9 badges that we're going to be able to unlock. We get 1 finishing badge, 12 shooting, 28 playmaking, and 11 defensive. So man, we are only 29 days away from 2K23. Let me know in the comments, what are you most excited about? But with all that being said, man, thank you for your support. Thank you, God, for giving me another day and another opportunity. But with all that being said, y'all already know what y'all need to do. Be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. Turn on post notifications to be a part of the Rich family. And let's reach 50 likes on today's video. Again, thank y'all so much for the support. And with all that being said, I got one last thing to say. God bless y'all, and Rich out.